die on the hill that episodes where people get exposed in the plot are the best episodes. For an example, there's this episode of the new Batman Adventures that encompass this theme perfectly. The episode is called Over the Edge, and I think it's a prime example of when you push characters outside of their comfort zone. The episode of Over the Edge starts with the police swarming Wayne Manor. And see, that already gives you the intuition that something is not right. Like, what are they doing? And the police are entering the Batcave, so you know some hell done broke loose. Because how do they even know is what you wonder. And the police is like, freeze. And they like, you ain't taking me alive, ho. And you're like, what could have happened to bring them to this level? Because up until this point, we've known they've been on the same side, especially Gordon. And we see Batman and Robin fleeing because pretty much they're not going to take out the police force, even though low-key they probably could, because they're like, we're not your enemy. But it don't matter because Gordon is on a mission and Batman is what he wants by any means necessary. And I do mean that. So Batman and Robin, they jump into the bat boat and get into the water. You know, Alfred's like, y'all can take me, but he's happy that they got away. And even though they don't want to leave Alfred behind, they make a getaway, but the police is in hot pursuit. And despite them being in the boat, the police is still sending shots back because we gonna get you. Thankfully, Nightwing swings in and saves them both from getting their wigs split back. And this is OG Robin. But then the police open fire on him as well because, bitch, anybody can get it at this point. Thankfully, Nightwing came on his jet ski before the explosion hit and shit like that, and they get away. Then get led away to some solitude where Nightwing's like, nigga, what the fuck happened? And Batman's like, let me fill you in. And then that's when they go into a flashback and we see the events that led to all hell breaking loose. So it's an average night of crime fighting like always. They're going against the Scarecrow. Of course, it's the Scarecrow, so you know he stay on bullshit. FYI, I'm going to skip over a lot of part just in case y'all want to watch it. And Batgirl's giving chase to him and they end up on a ledge. And Scarecrow leads her out onto a ledge, but he disappears, you know, like a thief in the night. So she's like, where'd you go? But it's like a nigga that deal with fear, you should never lead him out into the darkness. So she's out there on the ledge looking for him, ready to throw hands, but he got her penny change. So she turns around and he whacks that hoe. And when I tell you he whacks the hell out of her, and he sends her plummeting over the edge. Now she free falling, but would it be in the Batman show? You automatically assume he gonna swoop in at the last minute like they do in situations like that. But then everything gets turned on the head when Batman doesn't swoop in. As my girl's plummeting to earth, guess who's down on the ground driving up to the crime scene? Because you know Batman usually always calls the cops as backup once he gets the villain under order. Commissioner Gordon is driving up. Commissioner Gordon, Barbara Gordon, Batgirl's true identity, father and daughter. But he doesn't know she's Batgirl. So everybody's shocked when she's falling because they're like, whoa. So he runs up to her, right? And he pulls her mask back just to reveal and see that it's his daughter that has in fact died in the line of duty that he didn't even know she swore into. So Gordon starts looking at Batman like, you know how long we go back before you had all these sidekicks. And the fact that you didn't tell that this was my daughter. And you know, Batman's like, it's not my duty to reveal her secrets. Oh, you know that bullshit. That moral high ground shit. Let him tell it. And I can get where Gordon's coming from because he's like, you know how dangerous this line of duty is. And the fact that this is my child and you knew it, it makes me question your morale. And you know, Batman always had a questionable morale. So the commissioner blames Batman for his daughter, Barbara's death, which I always feel like could always be debated since Batman does choose to have sidekicks that are kids and early teenagers. So, but when Bullock comes down, you know, the fat dude, to arrest Batman, Batman flees with the help of Robin. And they're like, oh, bitch, we going after him. So now he's enemy number one because Commissioner Gordon is like, you got my daughter killed, huh? So Batman, aka now Bruce Wayne, because he's out of his suit, and you know, he's just at Wayne Manor, chilling, reeling from the events of the day. He's just so sad and distraught, you know, as much as Bruce Wayne can be. He gets a call on the phone. It's Gordon talking about, ho, we about to pull up. We know who your identity is. And it's probably because he had Barbara's computer. And the commissioner, he's pulling up fully loaded with his niggas. He's like, we got to take him down. Which gives us the full circle moment of telling us why the police force was so heavily after Batman in the beginning of the episode. So, you know, Nightwing's like, that is a lot of shit. So Nightwing's like, we need to go get some supplies. So he goes back to his apartment and Batman's like, that's not a good idea. But he does it anyway because he knows so much. And of course, he gets caught and brought into the police station. So after learning that Nightwing got arrested, right? Batman tells Tim, aka Robin number 2, he's like, you need to leave Gotham and go into hiding. But Robin's like, we need to bust out Dick and Alfred and stuff like that. And he's like, we ain't doing it. We're already public enemy number 1. He's like, we can't do none of that shit because Commissioner Gordon ain't gonna stop until I'm captured. And he'll go through any means necessary. And he would. Then on top of everything going on, the mayor tells Commissioner Gordon, since his daughter's involvement with Batman and all that stuff and getting involved in You know, vigilante work, he needs him to step down. So, you know, this is really pushing Gordon over the edge because he lost his daughter. Now he lost his career, along with feeling the betrayal of the lack of trust he had with his once friend Batman. So now desperate times call for desperate action. So guess what happens next? Now Gordon, he goes to a jail and he goes to get somebody to help him take down the Batman. And he knew that the Batman would be around, especially with Barbara's funeral happening. Well, of course, Batman's watching Barbara's funeral from a nearby rooftop. Pretty much, Gordon gets wind. Oh, the Eagle has landed. It's on and pop. And to make sure he don't escape, guess who Gordon got on his side now? One of Batman's villains, Bane, and they start fighting it out on the rooftop. When you get to this part of the story, you realize both characters who are fighting each other have both lost their family. The Bat family and Gordon's daughter's gone. In a way, both sides have lost what they loved in the line of duty. And Gordon finally arrives and he's like, I can take it from here. I want to get my revenge now. But Bane's like, bitch, I don't fuck with you either. And attacks Gordon. And that hoe goes flying over the edge. But he catches himself, unlike his daughter. So you see how his revenge led him to get into the same somewhat predicament that his daughter was in earlier? Going blindly into something at times can lead you into the same down. So he hanging there, but Batman goes back into battle with Bane. Cuts the venom that leads to Bane's system, and he electrocutes him. So Batman goes to help Gordon, pulling him up from over the edge. So as Bane is dying, he musters up his last bit of strength, and he throws the cylinder at them, and it sends Batman, who's still pulling up Gordon, over the edge. Because Bane's like, bitch, if I'm dying, y'all dying too, because y'all got me into this shit. And Gordon and Batman fall to their death. Till all of a sudden, Barbara wakes up. And you know what we realize? This was a dream of her worst nightmares personified. Because as we know, Scarecrow's ability is to induce fears with his fear toxin. So she wakes up in the Batcave like, I can't believe that just happened. Everything I just saw. And Batman and Robin like, yeah, he hit you with the fear toxin. And Barbara's worst, one of her fears is like, you know, her dad finding out about her secret identity. Because you know he wouldn't approve. He's a dad. He wants his kids to be safe. So at the end, she's supposed to sit down with them and tell her identity. But she never does. That is top 3 best episodes ever. Hey y'all, thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. You know I post on TikTok, and whatever you see on TikTok, you can always find here on my YouTube channel, because you know how TikTok like to take people's shit down, especially when they're unfiltered. But anyway, thank you guys. I'm just adding this last clip in there, because you know to monetize your videos on YouTube, it has to be over 8 minutes, and this one ran to about 7:22. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you next time for the same time, same place, and same video.